next guest is set to become Rwanda's first female neurosurgeon. As a young child growing up in the country, Claire Karekezi dreamed of entering the medical field, and now she's in the home stretch of making that dream come true. She joins us now in studio. Claire, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Ben, for having me.
So, as a young child growing up in Rwanda, you lived through terrible times. You lived through the genocide in Rwanda. Did you ever think that you'd find yourself here on the cusp of returning home as the country's first and only female neurosurgeon?
Well, I never thought of that. You know, I grew up in a country that went through a hard period. It came through that, and it's a tough country now because of its own people, and that inspired me to be who I am today. And I studied hard to be a doctor and to eventually become a neurosurgeon, and here I am and ready to go back home.
So you decided you want to be a doctor, but at what point did you decide that neurosurgery was where you want to go? Because originally that wasn't on your radar.
It wasn't. So when I was taking my medical school in Rwanda, I had a chance to go outside, and I went to Sweden. And at that time, that was my first time in Europe, and I found myself in this department of neurosurgery and met this first mentor who inspired me. He took me in the OR. I saw the first neurosurgical procedures, and I saw the brain for the first time, and I fell in love. So I said, this is it.
You know, your studies have taken you all over the world. 12 years of medical studies took you to Morocco, they took you to Europe, took you to America, brought you here to Canada. What's been the most challenging part of it all for you?
Well, I would say every time I had to move, it was a little bit challenging. Coming from a place where people know you and are more adjusted to you, to go to a new environment where people have to get to know you, so you have to work hard and you have to earn that. So yeah, that was a little bit challenging, but I made it.
And since June, you've been here in Toronto,
yes,
finishing up your studies at Toronto Western Hospital.
Yeah.
What did you learn here that is specific to your the needs of your studies?
Well, so first of all, I sort of transitioned from being a resident in Morocco to being a fellow, which is like you have more responsibilities and you get to see more complex procedures. And I would like to acknowledge my sponsor and mentor, Dr. Mark Bernstein, and the Wilkins Barrick Chair to have, helped me be here, but the other neuro-oncology staff who helped me growing up here in Toronto. So I saw a bunch of procedures, awake craniotomy, complex skull-based tumors, but things that I can go eventually bring back home to Rwanda and save people who are still dying from misdiagnosed, neurosurgical pathologies.
So you are going to be going home. You're the first female neurosurgeon, but there aren't that many neurosurgeons, male or female, in Rwanda. 10 million people in that country. 12 million.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to be relying on you. How does that feel?
Well, so I would like to acknowledge the work done by the 4 male actually practicing in Rwanda, and they have done an incredible job, trying to address this neurosurgical care in very challenging conditions. I just hope to go and bring my contribution to the team and see what we can build up. It's not going to be tomorrow, but it's going to be hopefully in the future.
How do you feel knowing that you're about to go home?
Well, I feel happy.
Yeah? Because you've been gone for a while.
Yes, I've been away for a long time, but I feel happy going back.
You're excited to get back, reconnect?
Yes, I am, and I want to go there, practice my neurosurgical experience there, help my own people, and see what I can, achieve there. Yeah.
Well, Claire, we're so happy that you were able to stop by here, share your story with us, and we wish you the very best of luck.
It was a pleasure being here. Thanks.
Thank you so much.